Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Cody from Langford Industries. We're going to do a few t-shirts that are going out to some friends in Snohomish, Washington. I got 4 different designs. We're going to do 2 light shirts, 2 dark shirts. And so the designs that we're going to be laying down, we got, you probably can't see it from back there. We got the Sasquatch, front of the mountains. That'll go on a dark shirt. You can't see this one very well either, but this is the Defiant Speed Shop shield with a 31 Roadster on it. We got Lemon Dropped, which is a custom lemon school bus. And then we have one of my wife's Wander Originals designs. We just have a Wander, and it's hiking in the mountains. You see a little dude mountain. So that is what we are working on tonight. My press just hit 315. I have it set up for 315 with a 20-second dwell is what I'm currently doing. I design all of the shirts myself as far as the artwork goes. And then these are going to be printed on a really nice, very important district made. It's a 90% cotton, 10% polyester. It has that really super soft feel. I like the very important tees. They do really well for me. All right. So these ones, I don't preheat the t-shirt. We'll just let it roll. The first of the light designs, Lemon Dropped. And so you could use, I have a guide that I don't always use. So you can either use a guide, but typically your shirt design starts about 3 fingers down. So you can always measure that way. And then I just kind of do a visual check to see how centered we are. That's about 3 fingers down. That's a good visual right there. You don't need to, but I'll put a sheet in between the platen because it is a big iron underneath. I'm using a Hicks swing arm press, or the Swingman press. It's a Swingman 20. It works really well. It does about 14 by, I think it's 16 is my press area. So it does a nice large t-shirt area, but it works really well for me. Now, these are going to be cold peels. So we're gonna set that aside. That is adhered. We're gonna let it cool down for a minute before we peel it. Here's our next light colored t-shirt. Again, a very important tee by District Made. It's the Heathered Gray. And all of these are gonna be XLs, is what we're doing today. All right, so the other image for light colored, we're gonna do this Wander Originals design. About 3 fingers down again. Just make sure that you match it side to side. Try to find that center point, which is coming right through the neck right there. Again, I'm going to put a sheet in between. The press really isn't hot enough to melt that plastic, but in the event that somebody uses a bad transfer material, I don't want it to adhere to the platen. Again, it's 20 seconds. Then we'll open it up. There we go. Let that one cool down as well. Now there's companies that do hot peels. I typically like a hot peel. I'm trying out some new stuff where I can do a full color print, doing a direct to film. I prefer a screen print transfer, but I've had some really high quality direct-to-film stuff recently. Like this one is going to be a screen print transfer, which means that it is screen printed onto the material. And then, so these ones aren't as easy because there's not a great indicator of where the art is because you can't see through the transfer material as easy. And I do gang sheets to where there's a whole bunch on one sheet, and then I cut them apart myself. So getting that centered is a big deal. And then I'm going to go back through and I will do a few seconds each after we pull the print. Now you don't have to do that, but I like to do it just so I know that there aren't little edges that are going to pull up. Now this one, because it's a screen print transfer, you can actually do a hot peel on it. And that looks fantastic. So that's what I prefer. I prefer the hot peel. So you just get a really good looking shirt. You don't have to wait for it to cool down and then peel off the transfer. And then again, this is a screen print, so it's a different feel as opposed to the direct to film. There's a little bit of a difference there. All right, let's do the last one. This is the Sasquatch design, which will go well for the friends in Washington who are getting these. Okay, as I do it, I just do it by feel. I go from sleeve to sleeve right there, and I make sure there's a similar amount of material right here. Again, get it up there, figure out your about 3 fingers down. Make sure that you are pretty close to centered. Sorry if it looks like I'm just eyeing these. I am, because I've done thousands of these. So I don't use the little card that helps you level around somebody's neck. I actually have those. I think I have them in this drawer. So if I wanted to, I can get out the little template and then you center it around the neck print. It actually looks great right now as it sits. We're going to throw it back in and heat it up one more time to make sure there aren't little stragglers on the shirt. This will also kind of help mat it out because of the texture of this paper. So it'll actually transfer some of those properties into the direct-to-film artwork. Now we don't have to do it too long, we don't have to do it full. I'm going to give it 10 seconds right there. And this one is ready to go. Okay, let's take a peek at Lemon Dropped. Now this is an illustration that I did on an iPad Pro that I turned into vector artwork. I did the truck on an iPad Pro, and then I went ahead and I cleaned it up in Illustrator, added the birds, added the palm trees, okay. Give it a little heat. That should be pretty good. And then I'm going to do a work shirt for myself. I have my silicone patches I use for hats. I have a red cap shirt right there. We're going to drop 2 silicone patches on that red cap. Okay, here's Sasquatch in orange. There we go. That looks nice. I think they're gonna have fun with these. They're gonna like them. We shall see. I like them. So I guess that's all that really matters. Again, if you want a shirt, you can go to our website, Langford Industries, langfordind.com. We are running a sale right now. T-shirts are 25% off. I have a whole bunch of stickers that are 50% off. But we would love to support. If you want to jump on there, grab something, stocking stuffer for a friend, something for yourself. It doesn't matter. We would love to get that support. All right. So what I have now is, here's my red cap. What we're gonna do is, oh, I just dropped one. I don't know where it dropped. Well, I'll grab something else. Oh, there it is. It was hiding. Okay. So I had these little silicone guys created for me. So we got Defiance Customs. This one is a two-tone. This one is kind of a build-up, so it's orange on the bottom, but it's black, and so it's gonna reveal this little orange edge, and we're gonna put that, we'll put one right there on the collar. The other one's gonna go on the pocket. So one thing we need to do, so we're not throwing in extra stuff on the press, we can actually just tuck it up over the edge. So you just align it to the armhole. That way you can fold down the collar. All right, so these ones I press straight down like that for that one. This one, the transfer material is actually on back, so I have to peel it off like that. We're gonna line her up right there. Okay, that's visually good. There we go. And again, like the same temperature is gonna work just fine on these. So I'm gonna do 315 Fahrenheit for 20 seconds, and then we'll double check it. With the silicone, at this temperature, it's not gonna do anything to it. If I leave it in longer, it's not like it's gonna melt out. Okay, so there's that guy. Super hot. We're gonna come over here, and on the collar, we wanted, okay. I just had to look at my orientation real fast. So on the collar, I'm gonna stick this guy in like this. Level those out. We want it to go right there. Because it does have the plastic on it, I think I'm just gonna have to hold the shirt like this, do our swing over. Okay. We'll see how that works. Anyway, this is my little studio. This is where I do all my t-shirts and stuff. Do some resin work. So these were 3D prints that I turned into models, and then those models were like actually 3D printed them, and then I made a silicone mold, and then I cast them out of a resin. And so these are some of my little guys back here. Eventually these are, well, they're hot rod shift knobs, so eventually they will be painted and hopefully put in somebody's car. Still on the fence about if I'm going to put them on the website or not. Now this guy, I don't think he wants to, I think we're gonna have to put him back in. Normally I use the hat press, which is right there for this, but I think this guy just needs a little heat. There's some spots on this press that are hotter, some spots are a little cooler. So We're just gonna move him to a different location. I'll throw the paper back over. We're gonna give it another 20 seconds just to get that corner down. Sharp corners sometimes don't stick, so we give them a little bit of extra heat. That way they have time to adhere, like this hat. So this hat on the hat press took a little extra heat because we don't want these corners to pull up. And so it lets us get those down tight. And I guess if we did that one, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one again too. And then we'll call it good. That one seems like it's down pretty good, but anyway, we got a lot of merch on the site. This is a split brim hat. Turned out really well for Wander Originals, but again, that's a silicone pack. You have two little spots that are branded. Just like that, we got our pocket, and then we got the lapel. Is that a lapel? No, that's just a collar. So a pocket and the collar. May or may not work position there. I might end up pulling that and putting one down just a little bit further. We'll see. I'll have to try it on and see what it's doing. Yeah, I don't love the positioning of it. Might have to heat it up and pull it off, which that's probably not going to be the easiest thing. Might have to get some, no, I'll just have to get a new shirt. Because I wanted to put it down just a little further. It's not in a bad spot. But if it was down here closer to the end of the collar, probably I'm off by ½ inch from where I really wanted it. All right, that's all for tonight. At some point, I'm gonna show you what I got going on over here. I need to get some medium. Let's see. All right, I need to get a medium temp reducer. But if you look what I got going on over here, those are all my House of Color paints. So I got my airbrush stuff set up. So here's my airbrush. It's tucked down here in this mess. That is my CO2 tank with regulator. And so I run that up to my airbrush so I don't have to have a compressor going all the time. The CO2 tank lasts a long time. We already have a thermos taped for me to start doing some candy work. And then everything already has flake underneath it. Just like over here, I have these ready. So we got some little license plate covers, license plate deletes, skate deck. But those just need a little bit more light sanding, and then I can tape those off, do some art on those. Earlier when I was getting stuff down, I scattered all my stickers, but these are stickers off the website. So, a lot of different kinds. They're 50% off right now on the website for Black Friday. But I will reorganize those. They're going like hotcakes too, so go grab some gear. Thanks for watching this ridiculously long video. Peace.